Good morning. How are you, friends? It's good to see you. It's Anna Walker with Anna Walker Designs and StabThingsIntoExistence.com. Today we're going to do a little brief talking about virtual classes or online classes. Many of you know that for the past 2 years I have been looking at different platforms and looking at different ways that I can work smarter, not harder, because schlepping materials to an in-person class can get a little weary on you know, just little old me dragging things around and loading my car and unloading my car and all of that good stuff. So I've been looking at a way to be able to reach more people with virtual classes than what I can with in-person classes. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop in-person classes. It just means I'm going to be selective about them, and I'll do them to help out friends of mine from the Lutheran Arts Center here in Topeka, or my friends Andrea and Steve at the Wool Market and DIY School, or my friend Jennifer when she has Woolfest, assuming we have Woolfest next year. You know, in-person classes are not just difficult on the instructor bringing materials, but in this time of a global pandemic, in-person doesn't always make sense. So I have, you know, good for me that I've been, you know, looking at how to bring classes to the masses without being, you know, really cutesy. With a virtual class, and the first of those is scheduled. Yay! And it's because of the pandemic. A convention that I love teaching at, but that can be very, very exhausting to work classes at, GenCon, has canceled their in-person convention this year. So Indianapolis will not be seeing, you know, the influx of 50 to 70,000 people in the last week of July, beginning week of August this year. Instead, they have made the bold, innovative choice to go online with a virtual convention, and as such, I can actually bring classes to GenCon. GenCon has been, for years, one of my favorite places to teach at because it brings in so many different kinds of people from different areas and even different countries, not just different states, but different countries. I mean, this is the best 4 days in gaming in the world. Hang on a minute, take a drink of coffee. Sorry, I felt a little tickle starting. But GenCon is an amazing, exciting, energetic place to connect with a lot of people. And Randy and I made lots of friends throughout the years when we would go to GenCon. My late husband Randy being a big role-playing gamer. He was a Dungeons and Dragons, you know, geek for 30 plus years. And GenCon was where he found his people, and those people are amazing, and I have friendships that endure now, albeit from a long distance, that I treasure greatly, in addition to treasuring the people that I get to encounter at GenCon classes. So those first classes, the first 7 classes, are scheduled. These are my beta testing classes. I've done a couple of classes, both one-on-one and a group with people that I know here in town, and people that are in my membership. So I've done, you know, the work in figuring out how this is going to play out, and these first 7 classes, like I said, are going to be the beta test, and I would invite any of you who are interested to head over to GenCon.com to get your free badge. The badge is free for this virtual convention. Usually the badge runs about $130, $140 to get you access to anything that's going on at the convention. but because it's virtual, they don't have the overhead. So go and get your free badge. The class isn't free, but the class is a nominal expense, less than 20 bucks to sign up to take the class. That does not include your materials. If you have a felting kit or you have felting supplies, you're all set. Just sign up for the class. If you need a kit or you need materials, then you can head over to stabthingsintoexistence.com. I've got several kits available, and in the next several days you'll see a GenCon class kit. You'll actually see two of them. One will be, no, I think I'm only going to have one, and it'll work for either of the classes. I'm doing two different classes. I'm doing my standard Create a Creature class, where you're going to create a smallish creature, you know, no larger than, you know, palm size, okay, like the little lizard that I'm working on here. So a smallish creature of your choice. And the other class is going to be a needle felted mini masterpiece, so kind of a landscape or a miniature painting in needle felting. So there will be a GenCon class kit on the site here before the end of the week. The classes information is live as of today on gencon.com. You can get that information once you sign up for your free badge, and you can look at all the classes. They don't go on sale until the 13th, so you've got a week. And once those 10 spots for each of those 7 classes, I only have 10 spots per class. When I'm teaching an in-person class, I can teach upwards of 20 to 24 people, because I can, you know, maneuver my way around the classroom and give everyone the individual attention. Because this is a different format, and I'll be teaching via, you know, Zoom, and my ability to connect, you know, just screen to screen, I limited it to 10. Now, when we get past this beta test, I may find I can take more than 10 per class. But right now I wanted to be sure that I could give the same experience to everyone that they would have if they were in an in-person class. So I've limited it to 10. There are 7 classes over 4 days. Yes, it's going to be a very busy weekend at the end of the month. That's okay. I love it. I absolutely love it. So those 7 classes, they have specific times. You'll get information after you purchase the class to from me via email with the login for Zoom, so that you've got a login classroom, and you've got a password protected access. This is to make sure that no one can jump in there except for the people who have paid for the class. So I've also, in addition to limiting it to 10 people per class, I have also decided that while I can do a class in 2 hours for people in an in-person class, I wanted to give us extra time just in case it took a little bit longer, you know, because of pulling each person up individually to show the screen and see what they were working on, and then to show my screen and help them through whatever they're working on. I gave it 3 hours per class. It may not take all that time, but I wanted to be sure that we had enough time scheduled so that the folks that are taking the class felt like they were getting the attention they needed to finish their project, or at the very least to get their project almost completed, which is generally the case in a 2-hour class in person that you take with me. After that 2 hours for either the Create a Creature or the Mini Masterpiece class, students generally have their project completed, or probably 80–85% done. So they're comfortable with what they need to do to finish that up, and they can move on to their next item on their agenda or on their schedule. So I'm really excited that finally, after 2 years of planning, 2 years of researching, finally we're getting to the point where the virtual classes are happening. I realize that it's a limited view because it is through the GenCon platform, and that's how you're going to purchase your tickets. But this is an easy way for me to get that out to you, and because the badges for GenCon are free, you can head over to GenCon.com, sign up for your badge. It's not going to cost you anything. And if you want to be one of my beta testers for these first virtual classes, head on over there, get your free badge, and then gather your supplies, or order your supplies, order your kit from me. There will be multiple options available, including a $10 generic GenCon class kit, or you can go all the way up to my deluxe kit and you've got plenty to play with for a long time. Get yourself ready to be one of my beta testers. I'd love to see you there. And that's pretty much what I have. I'll be here tomorrow, also right here in Anna Walker Designs. And then I'm traveling to Iowa. Mom's got a couple more appointments, and so I will be heading to Iowa right after I go live tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I will not be here this week. So you get me just today and tomorrow, and then for those 3 days, I'm busy with Mom in Iowa, working on getting her ready to come back with me on the weekend, and she'll be staying for about a month. So thank you for being here today. I'm so glad to see you here, and I look forward to seeing some of you in those GenCon classes. So until we see each other again, head over to GenCon.com, sign up for your free badge, and then head over to StabThingsIntoExistence.com and order your kit if you need one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.